What's good, man? It's OG Drip, this channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. And y'all check this out, man. You would have think that, the world that we live in would be overall better due to all the new opportunities, due to all the new things that we're able to get done, new networking systems, supposed to be better running cars, AC, air conditioning, all this type of stuff in the world, right? Where we see is a lot of new material stuff added, and yet the ways of people or the ways of things haven't changed, except in a more worse way, right? Where you see the opportunities actually breaking things away, or what may look like opportunities. So if y'all don't know, a giant is a desire. So what it is now is when you're in a world or a land full of opportunities, the desire or the giant get bigger. The cup, the glass get bigger. It's not the same little cup you're working with no more. Now you're trying to work out of a bigger cup. A lot of people get caught up into these things and don't understand the lack of fulfillment, or understand the lack of actions, or understand the lack of intelligence and stuff like this. And we have signings. You get what I'm saying? All we have to do is look up and know what we're reading, or know what's tracking, and know what energy is going to be played out. Now, at the end of the day, you ain't got to believe in this, but I can promise you, you will experience in something where you like, damn, I don't know why I experienced this. Now, how do I avoid this experience, or at least be prepared for it to know what to expect, so I won't get caught up under it or end up getting stabbed, shot, or, in a situation where I ain't necessarily want to be in. Because listen, now people can say anything. What it is hard for people to do is control themselves. Now, if you don't think that is necessarily true, go look around. You have all these different type of mental disorders. You get what I'm saying? And if you look at a lot of them have a thing to do with the way that people intake things and process things through their mind. It's the way that it come out. So it don't actually take you to take a medicine or a pill to do these things, but that's what they would tell you to do. Get on this type of medicine, this pill. So now you're actually fulfilling the actual ritual. Not only is you getting in position for it, now you actually playing out of action. And that action will be so simple as in you just taking a pill. And now you're definitely losing yourself. You're definitely having multiple syndromes and something like that when you don't have the medicine. And y'all know everything. Everybody know this. Now, the side effects be worse than the actual cure of helping it. Now, that's the same thing how we look at it when we look at humanity from a spiritual perspective. Yes, it's a lot of things going on. But if it was a lot of powerful spirits, out here, a lot of things would be a lot more different. But a lot of people is, pushed back, hidden in the dark and stuff like that, where the networking system is being controlled a little bit. But if you also look, it's actually the people themselves where they like, yo, you know what? Trying to be spiritual is being too hard. And that ain't even how it's supposed to be. They made the world complex. So now the simple things you try to do, it mess you up. You get what I'm saying? It start playing reverse psychology on yourself. So at the end of the day, you got to know how to use the tools or know what's energy in the air. Because every thought, not your thought. Every emotion is not your emotion. We have things that come through the atmosphere, just like what everything else do it and process through us. So if you don't know how to get through these things of saying the clouds in your head or understanding the water and how deep you're going in the sea, don't get too caught up into your feelings and emotions. So like right now, a lot of people may be going through something because these recent holy days or holidays just passed when it was certain alignments. And if you didn't understand what was going on, you got caught up in it. And guess what? Now you probably somewhere or going to be in a situation what you never would have had to be in, but now you done took that. You get what I'm saying? You didn't have to jump off the bridge. You didn't have to jump off the hill, but now that you done did it, now you got to, you know what I'm saying, reap what you saw later on as the time play out. So if you don't get with the program of what mother's saying or what father's saying, in that case, aka if you don't understand what disguise is when they're trying to speak to you and how God uses, words, how some people want to say it, we're going to be forever into some ways where we don't quite understand. And we're not saying get into it so much that is all you focus on. No, because now you able to go to real life and see how these things interact. See how if you add a little bit of fire to something, add a little bit of water to something, or even get out of this, add a little bit of sweet to something, add a little bit of bitter to something, how it even out. So you start learning the equilibrium of different things, not just within yourself. So we can see these things get played out in the physical world multiple times. It's just the thing about it is people get caught up into desires. And y'all, we all know it. And you got to think it's 10 times worse for us these ages than it was back then. We have more things to lust out of if that case. That's what I'm saying. And that's not an excuse. But what I am saying is the way that they paint pictures now. You know what I'm saying? You got the editing system, you got the photographing, you got the people that only show the good side of their life. You know what I'm saying? So they make it look like their life just so perfect. So they got other people, you know what I'm saying, that's not as strong-minded, probably, you know, feeling a way about them and stuff like that. And those type of things is all like, you know, going towards or with what they're trying to get going, with the agendas of having people get caught into giants, get, you know, caught into falling in love with the women of earth. So getting caught up into material things to where it don't matter how it play out. And one thing about it, y'all, it's just like having a strainer. No matter how much water you put in it, the water going to keep seeking out of it. That's how it end up being when you're lacking fulfillment because you're not spiritually focused. Now, one thing about it is when you playing in the spiritual realm, it ain't the same as when you just sitting back being a regular person. No, when you're in the spiritual realm, you're playing with different, you know what I'm saying, different levels of things. You get what I'm saying? Like stuff coming in, and you got to understand what is actually a spirit, what is actually, and this way, it'd be like people playing with God. So even when people is teaching out of, you know, hurt intent or, you know, something where they feel like they're just trying to control the world and make it out of something they just want for their own justice and not the rights of the whole world that we all, you know, is witnessing and going through as spirits. You see, like, you know, in invaders, for example, you'll see them always having to go through 3 brain surgeries, 4 kidney surgeries, 3 heart surgeries, stuff like this, because their intentions, you know what I'm saying, is messed up. The way that they, you know, want light to be, they steal light from others, you know, put people in the light. They play with a lot of different things of where you can see how their mind work, and you can also see how these organs start playing out. So you'll start seeing them go through a little bit more organ situations than anybody else, which they'll be the only one, which they made it, they'll be the only ones that could really afford organs like that. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this is the reason why they have so many agendas that even tie down to it. And like a long time ago, I was breaking down to people, this is the reason why you have organ donation, and also when you don't do it by choice of, you know, like a funeral, or when you getting buried to for your death or whatever. So when we going into these type of things, we could see it from an overall perspective of the wickedness that's actually being served in the world, to the point that, you know, they allow these things to push. Like even the music we hear, you get what I'm saying? That shit is like, bottom line, literally misleading people or the youth on purpose. So if you think that the fame and glory from other people that's flexing in regular life, you got the celebrities making it look like everything is right, everything is cool, fuck this, you don't need that, but yet they behind closed doors needing everything they telling you to fuck, and they don't want their children doing that, so they might even have their children listen to their music and stuff. It get real weird, but they know what they're pushing out. So that's the same thing as like a false teacher. Y'all don't understand, it's like a false prophet in that way as well. So a lot of these people don't realize they're doing the same thing as these people and wondering why they have a different success rate. Heck yeah, if you're a part of, if you're going with the agenda, of course, they're going to help you push. And y'all got to know this too. When you with these people, even if you're garbage, which they know you probably secretly is, they got the money behind it to push, you know, and how to control the networks to make it look like you pushing out this many sales, people like you this much. You know, they got type of bots and stuff they can utilize. And this ain't got nothing to do with just YouTube and newer social media platforms. They've been doing these things. They've been manipulating. That is what we be saying when we say they manipulate everything. They can't make the numbers go up because of people want to hear their talent or people's actually learning. No, they make the numbers go up by manipulating things. Even if people come into a site where they feel like they're learning but leave with more questions than what they started out. They probably just had, hey, why was Earth shaped like that? Now, once they don't went into this, now they're trying to figure out why is Earth shaped like that. Is the Titanic plate really moving? What is the speed, the distance? What if we change this, the amount of pressure? So now you're starting to go into things where you're going to be asking more questions or still trying to figure something out what don't even have to be figured out anyway. You get what I'm saying? This is the way things naturally working. It's like they always trying to find out a way to intercept or mess with what nature got going on, all the way down to the animals. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these animals would have probably never met, like I done broke down in one video. But when you're bringing something from this side of the world to that side of the world, they're doing the same thing what they did to the humans. But if you ever notice, why do the humans have more diseases than the animals? You get what I'm saying? And then you start looking at things, you start noticing things where, yes, something could be corrupt, but why is the humans going through more sickness than anything else? So it get real fishy. And then you got to start wondering, okay, we consuming and trusting things that we shouldn't be trusting, but we don't have no choice because this is what, you know, is ruling over until people actually give a fuck. Until the strong spirits be like, hey, hold on, let's stop this together and not separate it. Because one thing about it is, these people put a lot of pressures on you. And a lot of people don't know. They always just say, hey, you make these type of videos, you're liable to get killed. Listen, you're liable to get killed anyway. You liable to just be going down the road and your life could be gone in a flash. So all of that fear factor of death and stuff, this ain't the place to come with that, y'all. That's the point of us having eternal life. Not saying go out there and just jump off a building, but understand how to value life, the value of life as well, and understand how precious it could be. So just like the things that, we go through and stuff like that, if we go through stuff and we learn how to shape all of that pressure that we're going through, it end up turning out to beautiful diamonds. So this is like somebody that went through a lot in life and get out of prison or get out of the tournament they was in and they skyrocket and they make a beautiful life out of it. This is one of those type of things. But the world that we're playing in, they use those type of things against you in order to put you in a different position. So they'll see where you was this broke, hungry, starving girl or man, you know what I'm saying? And they'll put you in a position where you have to do these certain things in order for you to be successful. And they know how to play on people's minds because they have these minds. So they know what team is with them. They see how their rules is. They be like, oh, this person here willing to do all this just for them to be successful. Oh, wow. We'll take them. You get what I'm saying? And now, y'all, we have to break this down because it's clear. I don't give a damn if you're a Christian. You know it's more than one side. You know you got God's people, however you want to say it, and then you got the devil's people, however you want to say it. And we already know these two things, yes, they get talked about in the wrong way all the time. But y'all know it ain't wrong. The end of the day is we know that it'd be a battle amongst the two, sometimes with the one, sometimes against the other. And we understand these things from when we going through things in life. But at the end of the day, a lot of people don't have the right guidance. Because as soon as you're born, you got somebody that don't know how to read the Bible themselves teaching you. You got somebody as soon as telling you, hey, you don't need to join no Bible. You don't need to read. So instantly, it already put in your mind and shaping your mind or something where you born at. You get what I'm saying? Like when you born with a family that might not quite understand. So you as a spirit, you have to just go with those gut feelings. And those feelings be trying to really lead us into things. But people be so scared to go for their feelings and have faith into things that they will hold on to whatever they can. And they don't see it working, just give up and psych out. You can't just give up like that, man. That's how spirits do too when they kill themselves. That's another form of being weak. Yes, the point is being strong, going through, actual trials, actual Mars energy, when you actually go into war with these things. Whether it's your own mind you going to war with. You get what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to break down these videos, because it'd be crazy how you could live in a world with a whole bunch of people that seem like they got their shit together, right? And none of them really got their shit together. Nobody really know what they're doing. They don't know how long it's going to last. And there's a lot of people that's complaining, but don't know which way to go with it. You get what I'm saying? So then when you look at the younger generation, they're confused. They think life is about giving up early because they see that you guys is fighting a fight that can't be won. So they're looking at it like, why would I fight that same fight? So they're quitting working. So they're not even getting the experience of working, been there. These people made working a situation where they could put you in a certain level or a certain stature of work or give you a certain amount of payment. You get what I'm saying? You can't tell me my work and this man worked the same amount. I don't work with people at jobs before where I'm doing way more than them and they probably getting paid way more than me. And some I have actually seen get paid more than me and be outside way more than me. You get what I'm saying? So you don't get paid for your actual value or the things that you actually putting into. So that is the part of the world that the only thing we could change, the stuff we give power to. That's just like these raps, man. Y'all really start listening. You will get tired of hearing somebody talking about spinning the block after a while. Yes, you could chop it up and it'll sound good and be catchy and stuff like that with the beat and stuff. But at the same time, there's no actual talent being used at that level. You will hear some bars, but it's not that you could use it for something else. You get what I'm saying? So the point of transmuting the energy don't even be right. It's all about mutation. So this is what I'm saying. A person will sell you a lie and sell you a dream and expect for you to keep buying it. It's kind of like one of those people that be like, hey, you want to learn how to get rich? Join my class for $15.99 a month. They got 3,000 people to join. Of course they rich now. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying they actual rich, but y'all get what I'm saying? Of course you would be rich by the time you keep getting people to join this program and actually believe this is the way that you became successful. And every route don't work for everybody. So when you jump into one of those things, you already being lost. You get what I'm saying? But either way, y'all, I'm going to do a part 2 of this and break down a lot more. I be trying to be humble, you know what I'm saying? And I think that would be holding me back. That's where y'all get a lot of, you know what I'm saying. Because I don't be wanting to be real, you know what I'm saying, strict with that shit. But that's be my goddamn problem. But anyway, man, hope y'all have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Keep your heads up. Don't let none of these motherfucking retarded thoughts or retarded motherfucking feelings and emotions you may get ruin your actual fucking life, man. And that's all I got to say for the day. I'm out, OG Drip.